we move to our next resource person, and I would like to
The
request
phone is
our.
out of reach.
Okay, ma'am, we are moving ahead. Dr. Pankaj Kumar is assistant professor at NIE and in charge of National Accessible Library of the institute. And he is also looking after this web museum from NIE और हम सब देख ही रहे हैं, सुबह से हम सबके साथ में हैं। बहुत सारे अभी आपको लगातार लॉकडाउन के दौरान बहुत सारे कार्यक्रमों में लगातार आपकी सक्रिय भागीदारी रही है। स्पेशली स्पेशल एजुकेशन के फील्ड में आपका काम उल्लेखनीय है। मैं आपसे निवेदन करूंगा एंड यू द थीम ऑफ डॉक्टर पंकज कुमार इज यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन अपॉर्चुनिटीज challenges and road ahead. So please, Dr. Pankaj Kumar, I request you to please share your views.
Thank you, Dr. Bimal sir, and thank you all organizers, because organization team is a very big team, and we have collaboratively worked very good. And I just thank you all the organizing members to give me a chance to present my session. I just want to begin with some concept of universal design. I think you all the presenters give a brief description about the universal design. I want to take it in a different way. When we want to understand the I want to know whether my presentation is visible.
Yes sir, it is visible.
Okay, so then if you see the universal design, it's a phrase with two words, universal and design. When you go to the dictionary meaning of the design, you will find that design means the drawing plan and some planning. And if you go to the meaning of universal, it is that is something that may be applied throughout to many things. So we can say the universal design is a design and which may be applicable to so many things. When you see the definition by various organizations, by the ISO, you will find that accessible design is a product. It can be applicable to product and environment. And the similar definition, or almost similar definition, has been made by the other agencies. If we see our legislation definition of the universal design has been well defined in the new act, that is the Persons with Disability Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. In section 2ZE, we have a proper definition of universal design that elaborates universal design as a design of product, environment, program and services. It means we cannot restrict it to a product only, and we cannot restrict it to creating an environment. It's also applicable to programs and services which we are offering for any person. And the major thing in universal design is without the need of adaptation. That's the major thing. When we are thinking any universal design, then we have to think that we have to prepare something in a manner that we do not need any adaptation. Most of us, I think, are connected with the field of special education and inclusive education, and we are generally talking about curricular adaptation and material adaptation and so many adaptation. There is a dedicated chapter and course in curricular adaptation. So we are doing a lot for adaptation. So universal design is a concept, is an approach which says that we have to make a design in a manner that we do not need any adaptation. Do not need any adaptation means that material, that environment, that program and that services should be pre-adapted, and it should be readily available for all the persons and catering the variety of needs of the persons with disabilities. Ideally, many persons make a very they say that this term is very challenging and this concept is creates so many challenges. I think no concept has some challenges, and no idea do have some challenges. But it's, if you feel that ideally this is very good, we cannot create a separate train for persons with disabilities. Why we creating separate coaches for persons with disabilities? That's good, but don't you feel that AC first coach of the any train should have provision for persons with disabilities to accommodate with wheelchair? There should be. So universal design is not just making, we are just make a shift from the adaptation, and we have to think that adaptation should be automatically everywhere in the system. यानी कि हमें पहले adaptation के बारे में बहुत करने की जरूरत ना पड़े, ऐसी स्थिति को उत्पन्न करने की आवश्यकता है जिससे हम एक ऐसे वातावरण की या ऐसे सामग्री को ला सके। अगर आप यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन को की परिभाषा तो हमारे आरपीडब्ल्यूडी में एक्ट में दी गई है, बट व्हेन वी गो थ्रू द एक्ट वी विल फाइंड 3 places where universal design has been mentioned. In section 2ZE it's defined, and article 42 it's talking about electronic goods, and it's talking about universally designed materials, but it's not talking about universal environment. It's up to us, and we have to think upon how we have to create universal design, because everything has not to be covered in act. It's our social responsibility. As a teacher, we have academic responsibility to consider these all things. Just come to, I want to just show you one thing. I want to show you just one picture of our institute. This is just a picture of our Department of Special Education and Research. The building has been designed in a way that everyone can walk in a barrier-free manner. You can see in the picture that there is a handrail on both sides, and easily one can move through wheelchair, through stick, or through anything else. Even if you go to the signages, you can see that our research team and our drill press units has worked a lot to develop universally designed signages so that one can read it by the seeing it, or one can use it by the tactile manner. We are also making so many changes to make it audible. That practice has been done by the effort of our institute at the IS Academy located at Mussoorie. So what we have to do, if as a teacher I want to make a teaching aid, if I want to prepare a lesson plan, we have to think upon different principles which has been described for which are known as the principles of universal design. However, these principles are meant for material, but we can extend it to the practices, services also. You think I think you are aware with the 7 principles. However, I will share my PPT and you can see it later on. I will skip these all principles because we have little time. So we are moving ahead. Universal, simply we can say that universal design is a good design. If you are think a design in a universal way, then you are thinking for a good design, because you are making your view, your spatial intelligence, you are making your thought process more in a way that you are thinking how to accommodate more person, how to accommodate more diversity. And obviously, when all will appreciate and design, then it's a good design. Now we should come on the universal design for learning. From yesterday, we have here so many good presentation on universal design and UDL. So I just want to just make a you can say recap, or you can say that I'm just presenting my views on the universal design of learning, where we can apply the universal design of in the education. So universal design for learning is not to just making the books in accessible format. We have to make a system. We have to make we have to provide an accessible environment for them. For that, we have to consider curriculum, teaching learning strategies, libraries, assessment, as well as website and educational softwares, because these are the upcoming things we have to consider when most of us must be aware, might be aware with the Arogya Setu app. So many queries has been raised by persons with disabilities that this app is not accessible for some sort of persons with hearing impairment persons and some sort of persons with visual impairment. So we have to consider when we are planning. If we are planning a app, when you are planning a educational material, we have to consider in a wider manner. However, I can say, like Dishan madam also stressed over, at some stages this becomes contradictory, but we cannot इसे छोड़ नहीं सकते. हम इसे कि कुछ समस्याएं हैं उसको समझ करके हम ऐसी चीज नहीं बना सकते कि कुछ अलग हो. यदि आप एक टीचिंग एड के बारे में सोच रहे हैं तो क्या आप एक टीचिंग एड ऐसा नहीं सोच सकते जो सबके लिए हो? क्यों ऐसा बनाएं कि जो केवल कुछ लोग हो? अगर वो एक टीचिंग एड के बारे में हम ऐसा सोचते हैं तो सबको एड्रेस करे तो शायद वो बहुत बेहतर होगा हम सबके लिए. जो 3 मेजर प्रिंसिपल्स हैं जो सबने उन पे बात की है, मल्टीपल मीन्स ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन, मल्टीपल मीन्स ऑफ एक्शन एंड एक्सप्रेशन, मल्टीपल मीन्स ऑफ एंगेजमेंट, जो 3 है ये पॉपुलरली जो कैरोलिना यूनिवर्सिटी है उनके द्वारा या जो कास्ट एक बॉडी है उनके द्वारा इसको एडवोकेट भी किया जा रहा है कि इस तरह के ये 3 प्रिंसिपल्स हैं. अलग बात है कि कुछ और भी रिसर्चेज आए तो शायद और भी अलग अलग एंगल से इसे देखा जा सकता है. सो वी हैव representation, expression and engagement. These are the 3 points where we have to work when we are planning for any teaching learning material, when we are planning for any assessment material. Then we have to think upon how we can make the things accessible for all. So just I take 3-4 minutes more. First one is multiple means of representation. Then how we can make the things, when as a teacher you want to present something, you want to represent something, a content need to be represented, a website content need to be represented, a teaching aid need to be represented. Then you have to think they must consider the option for perception. मतलब कि वो जो अलग अलग सेंसेस हैं उनसे वो देख पाए, समझ पाए, जान पाए. एक बात मैंने कल भी कही थी, अगर हम समोसा को देखते हैं तो सिर्फ समोसा को देखते नहीं है, हम जो चित्र दिखाया और समझ गए. अगर वो चित्र है तो हमें उसका टेक्सचर, फीचर, गोलगप्पा ही आपने खाया तो गोलगप्पा का टेक्सचर, उसका स्ट्रक्चर, हम सबको एक साथ समेट करके उसको परसीव करते हैं. हम अलग अलग नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो हम जब किसी को दे रहे होते हैं तो हम किसी एक चीज को एक सेंस को सोच कर क्यों करें? You just consider more option for perception so that one content or one thing could be perceived in a different manner. There should be option for languages. जो अभी बार-बार मैं देखा था कि मैसेजेस में भी चैट बॉक्स में बार-बार लिख करके आया था कि there should be sign language should be integrated in the curriculum. So like similarly the different scripts should be available for a one language. Braille also need to be available. Even we have to understand the gap between script and language, and both are supporting each other. So we have to make some option for languages and another the option for comprehension. आप सोचिए कि कक्षा में क्या आप एक बार बताते हैं सभी बच्चे सीख जाते हैं? अलग अलग स्टाइल हो सकता है समझने का, अलग तरह से आपको समझाने या की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. कोई विजुअल लर्नर हो सकता है, कोई ऑडिटरी लर्नर हो सकता है. इस तरह से कई ऐसे ऑप्शन हो सकते हैं. तो वी हैव टू थिंक अपॉन द ऑप्शंस फॉर कंप्रिहेंशन. अगेन The number 2 point is multiple means of action and expression. So when we are talking about the action, multiple means of action expression, then what we have to think? We have to opt for options for physical actions. How we can engage students, how we can use the action of the learners during the teaching learning process. Again, the communication options should be there. How he or she should be respond. The learner should be respond. There should be flexibility in responding in a different manner. Again, there should be option for function. You know very well that we cannot learn the plantation through the books only. We have to make some functions also for the learning, or be sensitive about the plantation. Again, the last one is multiple means of engagement. Then we have to create, for this purpose, we have to option for interest. We have to make options how we can create interest of the student. When we are thinking of, have you heard about the critical pedagogy? That stress over the learner's expectations and needs. So we have to think over the options for interest so that learners could be more engaged in the teaching learning process. The options for persistence, they should be many for intellectual disabilities. You can see that this is very helpful, that we have to be very persistent when we are teaching for it. जब हम लोग भी छोटे थे, मैथ के सब्जेक्ट को नहीं कर पा रहे थे, बार-बार करने से उसे हम सीख भी पाए. Another last one is the option for self-regulation. So we have to develop the ability in the learners to how to self-regulate these things, how to emotionally connect with the things, how values can be developed for that particular lesson. So I think time is over. Is moderator is
please take your time.
So universal design for learning, we can say that it's a way of thinking. Some person taking it as a final product, so it's not a final, or it's, we can say कि हम आज जो यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन को सोच रहे हैं, क्या कल ऐसा ही होगा? जो मैंने दो तस्वीरें आपको दिखाई, हमारे यहाँ की जो एक हैंडरेल लगा हुआ है, अच्छे सा मोबिलिटी, कोई भी घूम सकता है, किसी फ्लोर पे जा सकता है, तो क्या ये हमेशा सस्टेन करेगा? यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन के डेफिनेशन तो चेंज हो सकते हैं. इट्स अ वे ऑफ थिंकिंग. द वे ऑफ थिंकिंग कैन बी चेंज्ड. अनदर वन इज अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी अप्रोच. वी हैव टू बी फ्लेक्सिबल. जो कि ये हम रिजिडिटी नहीं कह सकते. अगर रिजिडिटी होगा तो हम तो इसे चैलेंज के रूप में लेंगे, चैलेंज को ही पहले ले लेते हैं और हम तो आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते. सो वी एज अ टीचर वी हैव टू बी वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल. वी हैव टू कंसीडर द all students, and we have to help them to how to learn. Not we have to go through much focus on how to teach. Instead, we have to work upon how to make learning more accessible or more feasible for children with special needs and all students. So I think if there is any question regarding my presentation, anyone can raise. Otherwise, I want to just conclude with the universal design is a very good design. Just to think these principles when you planning for any TLM, when you are planning for any website or any web page, when you are sharing, posting something. जैसे आज मैं बताता हूँ कि मैंने आज क्या क्या न्यूज अपने ग्रुप में NIVH में पोस्ट किया. Some visually impaired persons उन्होंने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि what is written in that picture, it is not accessible. So we have to respect these things. We have to be flexible, and हमें उन चीजों को अलग रूप से देने की जरूरत है. जैसे आप कुर्ती देव यूज करते हैं तो नहीं एक्सेसिबल है, मंगल यूज करते हैं तो एक्सेसिबल है. We have to explore things and to make a very conductive environment for all. जो मैंने पहले ही कहा, हम अलग एयरक्राफ्ट नहीं बना सकते, अलग क्लासरूम को सोचे क्यों, हम ऐसा क्यों ना बनाए. हम स्पेशल स्कूल्स की जरूरत इसलिए पड़ी कि हमारे जो रेगुलर क्लासरूम थे वो एक्सेसिबल या एक इतने कंडक्टिव एनवायरनमेंट नहीं दे पा रहे हैं. और इस चैलेंज को, इस गैप को इतना आसानी से भर भी नहीं सकेंगे हम, क्योंकि हमें पहले एक वी हैव टू प्रोड्यूस ए कंडक्टिव एनवायरनमेंट. यू हैव टू शो द इम्पैक्ट then only we can make the real inclusion possible. Thank you.